In this lesson we're going to take a look at resources, different types of resources that we have and how to interact with them. So we scroll down our page, we're in our course section again, so we'll scroll down the page until we get to a section that has some resources in. It happens to be health and safety in the laboratory here. And if you remember from previous lessons, we have a number of documents, websites and movies, different types of resources down the side here. And if you remember, it was laid out in terms of objectives first, and then resources, and then activities. What we're going to concentrate on this lesson is the resources section here. So you can see that the resources are laid out in different types. We're going to have documents here. Now documents usually are downloadable. In fact, all of them will be downloadable, so that you will be able to save them on your hard drive. So if something should happen to the website, then you have access to those resources. And you can see here each of these resources has a different little picture, an icon associated with it, and this one happens to be a PowerPoint file. You can see that from the little PowerPoint picture on there. The one below is a PDF, portable document format file. And we can click on these hyperlinks. If you remember before, they're all hyperlinks, so if we click on them. Now I've completed this one. You can see here that it has a tick next to it, which means that I've downloaded it or viewed it previously, but you won't have a tick next to it when you first see it. So we'll scroll over to this side here, and we're going to click on this resource. Now it's asking me in a pop-up box what I want to do with it. It's asking me, do I want to open it straight up in PowerPoint with this option here, or do I want to save the file with this option here? Now it's always a good idea to save the file so that you can view it on your hard drive. So I'm going to do that, and you can see here it's going to save the file to my downloads folder, and you can choose wherever you want to save it to. Now I've got the choice here to do that automatically from now on, so when I click on it next time, Firefox will automatically download that particular file without this pop-up box coming up. But I'm just going to leave that checked for now, and I'm going to click OK. Now it's downloaded that file. Now how do I know it's downloaded? Well, yours will be different on the PC, but on the Mac here I can go to my downloads folder, and you can see here it's got safety in the laboratory. Okay, I'm going to click on that. And there we see it's opened up my PowerPoint, and I can scroll through that. I can add notes to it down the bottom here. I can do whatever I want with it. That's your copy now. You can do with it whatever you want. Let's just go back to Internet. So there we are. We can download a resource, and different types of resources depend on what the teacher wants to do. Now all these are clickable at the moment, apart from this one down here where it's got movies. And this is a YouTube video. Now you notice in the text underneath, well, let's just take this text where it says Simpsons YouTube safety video for now. It's grayed out and I can't click on it no matter how often I try to click on it. It's not clicking on it. Just close that down. It's not working. And the reason why it's not working is because it says not available until the activity safety poster is marked complete. And you can see up here, well, there's two copies here. You can see here I have to complete this particular section here. So I'm going to click on this now. Okay, so that's opened up, and now I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that we can see what we're doing. Okay, in fact, let's maximize that. Okay, and that's just a little activity you can do. So let's say we've done that activity now. Let's close that down. And that's not graded at the moment. Now at the moment, you might think to yourself, well, we've just done that safety poster activity. Why haven't I got this YouTube video available to me? Well, we have to refresh the page so that the database can kick in. So let's do that. Let's go up to my refresh button here, reload the current page, press that. And there you can see now two things have happened. One, the safety poster video, if we scroll over to the side here, you can see it's now completed. That pop-up box has come up and it says completed. And now this Simpsons YouTube safety video has a hyperlink now with it. and the text underneath there which says it's not available has now disappeared. So we can now choose that and click on that if we want to. So I can click on that. And it's opened up that YouTube video. I'm going to close that for a second. So some of these resources will be available to you straight away. Others of them you will have restrictions on them until you complete certain tasks. So you may have to do it chronologically in order before you get to that particular task. The same goes for activities, but we'll deal with activities another time. So that in a nutshell is really the resources. First of all, make sure if you can to download them. Obviously with the websites that's not going to be possible, but with the documents certainly. And make sure that you completed those particular tasks. If you're not sure why you can't click on a certain link, it's usually because you have to complete a previous task. So that's resources, and next lesson we'll deal with activities and grading.